So today it was announced that UFC 151 was canceled. Um, I'm sure MMA fans, UFC fans have heard all about it. Um, yeah. I'm just gonna start by saying I've never really been a fan of Jon Jones. I mean, I don't mind him, and he's actually a really good fighter. But like as a person, I just can't stand him. Like I don't know. He's overly cocky, and the fact that he keeps getting off on all these DUIs. I mean, okay, he can't drive for another 5 months. Ooh, where's his jail time or anything, you know? But that being said, I've had moments where I've cheered for him. Like, he'll be fighting someone, I'll be like, you know what? Come on, Jones. And because, as I said, he's a really good fighter. Like, he makes the UFC good money. He makes himself good money. But okay. That being said, if you're not sure what happened in 151, basically Dan Henderson got hurt. Okay? And he could no longer fight. So Dana White tried, fixing the match, getting somebody else in. And nobody would do it. Nobody, fighting Jones in 8 days with no camp or anything, that's kind of ridiculous. So Chael Sonnen stood up and said, I'll do it. I'll fight him, even though I have no camp. I haven't really trained at 205. He was totally the underdog here. And he stood up and he wanted to do it. Now, Sonnen has been talking so much crap on Twitter lately that, Jon Jones could be like, you know what? No, I told you I wasn't giving you this fight because of the way you talk. And that being said, that's one point. But when you're out of options and your only other option is canceling the pay-per-view, where people are depending on the money, people are everything, I totally agree with Dana White and everybody else, and they're saying Jones ruined this. Jon Jones seriously ruined this. Like, yeah, I know he doesn't like Sonnen, but part of being a champion is fighting the fight you're given. Like, and Shogun took the fight last minute for Jones. Like, I don't see why Jones is all like, yeah, I don't want to fight this last minute when he won his belt off a last minute fight. It's baffling me right now. The selfishness, and I'm disgusted. Like, he totally lost a potential fan in me, and I'm sure he's lost a lot of fans. And I really feel bad for all the undercard fighters that needed this money, to pay for whatever. And that's been all over Twitter, is everyone's bashing Jones about his choice, which, freedom of his choice, freedom of our bashing, whatever. But a lot of people are like, you know what, thanks, Jones. I can't pay my rent. My cat has to go on a diet. I've got like $3 bills in my pocket. You're resting on like 3,000 in your pocket, And I feel really bad for those guys because that's what they depend on. That's the money they depend on. But worse than that, I feel really bad for the fans. The ones that bought the tickets, yeah, your money will be refunded, and that's really good. Like, if your money wasn't refunded, this would be a totally different rant. But in the same point, you just bought the airline tickets, a hotel, everything like that, made arrangements with work, called off work. For what? Like, oh, you could go to, I'm not even sure where the fight is located, but you could go there and, have a mini vacation. Yeah, you could, make the best out of it, but why? Like, you wanted there for a fight. You bought everything for the fight. Like, it's mind-blowing. It's baffling me right now, the audacity that Jones has in totally ruining this. Not only for his friends that he fights with, everything, Dana White, UFC, and all the fans. And now, I'm on Twitter a lot, and I see all these fans, or all these fighters, I'm sorry, talking about how much they appreciate their fans and everything, and how much they wouldn't be there without their fans and everything. And to see Jon Jones do something like that just... He lost a lot of fans, and unfortunately, probably so did the UFC. And I don't blame Dana White or anything. Okay, yeah, a lot of people are saying he could have stacked the card better. I totally agree. I love Jake Ellenberger. I think Jake Ellenberger's a great fighter. Could he totally leave this? No, he couldn't. Like, I don't know. It's And then what gets me the most is they're just pushing Jon Jones straight over to 152 because he's had his camp and everything. But other people have trained for that fight card, like Mighty Mouse and Beefcake or Joby or whatever you refer to him as. Whatever you refer to him as, you know, they've trained so hard for this fight. And, so now they're co-maining, and for what? A guy who wouldn't even fight when he had a chance to fight, so he wants to take somebody else's pay-per-view? Like, I don't know. It's some people, it's just, it is what it is. And I'm really sorry to all those fighters who were depending on the money, and all the fans who bought tickets and everything. And I really feel really bad for you, Jon Jones, because this is just the beginning. Like, from what I've seen on Twitter, you've been so bashed, and you're gonna probably be bashed for an awfully long time about this. Like, I was always told choices and consequences. You made your choice not to fight Sonnen. Your consequence is the fact that you're gonna be bashed and bashed and bashed and hated on, probably forever. You lost yourself a lot of fans, and that's completely your fault. So that is my UFC 151 being canceled rant, and this is Effie, and stay tuned for another rant or something. Thank you.